Hi, my name is Jacob Long, and I am presenting about my third presentation, which I chose the article about standards for coaching. So, the standards for coaching are pretty much the same across all national standards. Um, you have 8 domains that each coach should try and hit and teach by, and each domain has several standards underneath it. So, the most important thing in each domain, it almost hits it on all domains, is the safety of your students. So that is the most important thing to remember when coaching. But I'm gonna hit each domain and talk a little bit about each one. So the first domain is philosophy and ethics. So it is important for a coach to establish his ethical code or philosophy, and um, to really put that on his students. This domain has 4 different standards underneath it and 23 benchmarks that the Shape America wants you to hit. And then the next domain is the big one. It's safety and injury prevention. So that should be the first thing that you think about when you're a coach, is not to injure your kids, to keep them safe. A coach can also be, the first responder in an accident, so they have to be ready to, give CPR. They have to be ready to handle a break, and to where it doesn't get worse until someone of higher authority comes in and takes over. The third domain is physical conditioning, which also plays into safety, because if a player is not physically fit, then that can lead to injury easily. This domain has 4 features as well, 4 standards as well. So when you're looking to be for physical conditioning, you have to have well-researched conditioning tactics. You can't just tire kids out all the way. That could lead to injury as well. The fourth one is growth and development. This is a domain where you have to know where your kids are at in their growth process. That if they are in the 5th grade and haven't sprouted yet, and they're really short, and everyone else is growing tall, then you can't expect the same as you can expect from this 5th grader who is like 6'1". You gotta be able to know their social development and their emotional and cognitive development. The 5th domain is teaching communication. So now we're getting into like the teaching side of it. All those domains were about the student. This is about the teaching. So you have to be able to teach the student the how to play the game, and by doing that, you have to have good communication. And if you don't have good communication, then it's just going to go downhill, and you're not going to have a good team. The 6th domain is sports skills and tactics. So I believe that these domains are in this order for a reason. So the first is you worry about the student, and then you got to worry about teaching them, and then you worry about what you teach them. So you got sports skills and tactics. So you figure out what kind of strategy you want to use, what kind of offense you're running if it's football, what kind of defense you want to implement. And then the 7th one is organization and administration. So this is how you interact with the refs. This is how you interact with teachers that are also in the school. You have to have good administration skills, and to be able to build a good team, a good fan base around you. And then finally, the last domain is evaluation. So at the end of everything, you need to be able to evaluate and give your students an evaluation or an assessment at the end, to where they know where they're at and where they want to be. That's how you make a good program. If you have a freshman and you're like, I want you to be able to do this next year, that gives them a goal. And so that is the coaching standards and domains for Shape America.